Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach, bringing those mental vitamins on this Monday. It's a new start to the day, a week, everything else. So hopefully the mind's in the right place, up making some moves. But if not, let's get the mind in the right place. So I'm still kind of just piggybacking off the Compound Effect book, okay, Darren Hardy. And it's a really good one. I mean, like I said, all this stuff is good stuff, right? It's just, just kind of helps you just rethink and recalibrate your mindset and your thinking. So anyways, this one is start by thinking your way out of the instant gratification trap. All right, so check it out. Let me read this to you. We understand that scarfing Pop-Tarts won't slenderize our waistlines. We realize that logging 3 hours a night watching Dancing with the Stars or NCIS leaves us with 3 fewer hours to read a good book or listen to a terrific audio. We get that merely purchasing great running shoes doesn't make us marathon ready. We're a rational species, that at least that's what we tell ourselves. So why are we so irrationally enslaved by so many bad habits? It's because our need for immediate gratification can turn us into the most reactive, non-thinking animals around. If you took a big bite of a Big Mac and immediately fell to the ground clutching your chest from a heart attack, you might not go back for that second bite. If your next puff of a cigarette instantly mutated your face into that of a weathered 85-year-old, chances are you'd pass on that too. If you failed to make that 10th call today and were immediately fired and bankrupted, suddenly picking up the phone would be a no-brainer. And if the first forkful of cake instantly put 50 pounds on your frame, saying no thank you to dessert would be the true piece of cake. The problem is that the payoff for instant gratification derived from bad habits often far outweighs what's going on in your rational mind concerning long-term consequences. Indulging in our bad habits doesn't seem to have any negative effects at all in the moment. You don't have that heart attack, your face doesn't shrivel up, you're not standing in the unemployment line, and your thighs aren't thunderous. But that doesn't mean you haven't activated the compound effect. It's time to wake up and realize that the habits you indulge in could be compounding your life into repeated disaster. The slightest adjustments to your daily routines can dramatically alter the outcomes in your life. Again, I'm not talking about quantum leaps or change, or a complete overhaul of your personality, character, and life. Super small, seemingly inconsequential adjustments can and will revolutionize everything. The best illustration I can give you to emphasize the power of small adjustments is that of a plane traveling from Los Angeles to New York City. If the nose of the plane is pointed only 1% off course, almost an invisible adjustment, when the plane's sitting on the tarmac in Los Angeles, it will ultimately end up 150 miles off course, arriving either in upstate Albany or in Dover, Delaware. Such is the case for your bad habits. A single poor habit, which doesn't look like much in the moment, can ultimately lead you miles off course from the direction of your goals, the life you desire. It says see figure 6, and it has a little picture of a map and the plane going off course. Most people drift through life without devoting much conscious energy to figuring out specifically what they want and what they need to do to take themselves there. I want to show you how to ignite your passion and help you aim your unstoppable creative power in the direction of your heart's dreams and desires. Uprooting bad habits that have grown into mighty oaks, we were talking about the mighty oak tree yesterday, is going to be difficult. To see the process through will require something greater than even the most relentless determination. Willpower alone won't cut it. So, yeah, man, good stuff. Again, you just don't, I work really hard on individuals to eat better, my family, students, everyone. I love this stuff here because it's unfortunately, you don't see the damage that you're doing to yourself in the moment. But if you did, like you said, if you had that bite of that Big Mac, that cheeseburger, those fries, whatever, and you instantly had a heart attack, you probably wouldn't want to take another bite of the Big Mac, right? Or the cigarette. A lot of people have trouble smoking, but they don't see the damage. There's no mirror, there's no see-through. You go to the mirror, you just look like normal. If you went to the mirror every day and you could see that your lungs are turning black and they're dying and they're decaying and they're clogged up from all the smoke, you probably wouldn't smoke. But you can't see that stuff. You know, you don't see the damage that you're doing to the inside of your body, you know. So those decisions that you make over time build up, and to the point where actually I ran into a former student of mine. I'm at the restaurant the other day. It was Friday evening. I sit down, I turn around, and he's like, "Hey, coach." I mean, I haven't seen this guy in a couple of years. Anyways, doing good. Yeah, he's doing good. He's healthier, and he's lost some weight. But the reason why is because he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, "Hey, look, you got to make some life changes, some choices here, some changes in your lifestyle, or else. Okay, so he was at that point of no return, where if you go a little further, you know, it's going to be checkout time, you know. And if you make the changes now, you can slowly reverse those things, those years of bad eating habits and everything else, and you can put some life, you know, put some years back on your life." So, but the thing is with everything else, you know, you want, you know, instant, immediate gratification. But with this stuff, you know, you make excuses, and, you know, just those little tiny habits that you start to make, you know, start to build up into bigger ones. And then before you know it, like you said, the plane is like 150 miles off course. So like, what are you doing today to make sure that you're, you know, on point, on course to where you need to be and where you want to get to? You know, some people don't know where they want to be. Like literally, like I have to ask people like, "Hey, what are your goals? What are you trying to do?" And they don't know yet. Okay. And you need to know, you need to find out, like, what do you love to do? What do you like to do? And then you need to go get after it. And then if you don't, then we're just wasting time, right? And then you're wasting time. You don't know how much time you're going to be here. And before you know it, like I was listening to one of my motivational videos earlier, and it's like, you know, you don't want to be on your deathbed, like wondering like, well, what if I would have did this differently? Or what if I would have changed like earlier? You know, it's too late at that point. Like it's over. You know, the time is now. Today is the day. Like if you're on course, stay on course. If you're doing great, keep doing great. If you're not, you're sitting around feeling sorry for yourself, and, you know, the woe is me kind of thing, and just waiting for something to just turn things around for you. You know, it's just probably not going to happen that way. It's like you got to take action, and then like create good habits, because those good ones will build up just like the bad ones do, the compound effect. So really good book. Should check it out. Again, Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. I'm going to keep sharing some of this stuff with you, but, you know, he's talking about finances and your health and everything else. And it's just, you know, just small incremental things that you can, one, you know, lead up to a disastrous life, or two, you know, lead a long, healthy, prosperous life. Just depends on your daily habits, daily routines. Are you sleeping in? Are you eating bad? Are you not exercising? Watching too much TV, too much social media, hanging around the wrong people, you know, negative thoughts, negative person, like, and the list goes on, you know, drinking, smoking, eating all the bad foods, you know, like all that stuff adds up. Before you know it, it's at a point where it's no return, you know. So it's up to you to make those changes today. So hopefully you do. Hopefully this helps. And yeah, let's get after it. All right, I got jiu-jitsu to teach, and I got some roles to get after. So you guys have a good day. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.